So, hello everybody. My name is Mark Naum. I'm working in Microsoft in a small team who is attached to the product group of Intune. I'm specialized on macOS, and I spend half of my work to discuss and view large customers. We are discussing on how they will use Intune for macOS, how they will do a migration, what is the correct way of set up it, what is missing, and I'm grabbing a lot of feedback. The second part of my job is to take all this feedback together and working with a team who will do the prioritization. In Intune, we do the prioritization every quarter, and we are defining what we will do. What is the priority? And part of it is customer feedback. Of course, when there is a WWDC and new things that are coming, it's part of the roadmap also, and it's changing the priorities. I will discuss about what I'm calling the trinity, and I know Patrick said I have complicated title on my presentation. But that's really what is important today. Platform SSO, Passkey, Intune. With the three of them, you have a trinity of what you would like to do and what can be the best way of using a Mac in enterprise today. Just a quick reminder of these three terminology because I will use them quite often. Private preview is something we are doing with few customers. We're just testing something. Sometimes it will be released, sometimes it will not be. We are grabbing feedback, we are developing, we have contact direct with engineers. Usually it's 5, 6 customers, nothing more. Public preview, it's released. It's there for everybody to use. It is fully supported. When we have a functionality that is in public preview, it is fully supported. But there is no ETA on the support. When it's globally available, this is for everybody, so everybody will be able to use it, fully support, following all of things. It's feature complete, but that's not mean we will never touch it. Platform SSO is the best example of this. It stayed in public preview for almost a year. It has been GA last July, but of course, there is more thing to add to Platform SSO, and it's coming. I forgot to tell you something. So it has been 5 years that I'm presenting here, even if 2 years has been remote and on recording. This will be the first time I will do live demos. So we will pray God demo together. So this is the main functionality we have released in the past 3 years. It's a little bit black, but this is the thing. And I'm not coming back to every point and everything. What is really important is, a year ago I was on stage displaying something like that. Say, oh, this is what we did. And this is what we did in the last year. All of these features. So every quarter, as I said, we are changing priority. Every month, there is new functionality. And this is the one we have released there. And you can see there is small, like VPP v2. It's quite interesting. It's a better way of pushing application with VPP. It's a backend change. You don't see it, but it's there, and it's important. And there is big one like Labs. We will review a few of them after when I'm speaking about Intune. The slide that everybody likes is that one, is the roadmap. And I asked to the team, OK, give me the 10 most important things you are working on, the things we can discuss of. It's not a full list. There is other stuff that are on our list, things that are coming. But this one, we can already share data, share feedback on it because it's actively worked on it. The zero-day support of macOS 26 Tau was, of course, extremely important. We never failed to have a zero-day support for now. You have this aka.ms Apple Day 0. This is the link where we are sharing what we do, what is zero-day mean compared to new functionality, all the new settings we have bring, the new one we will bring in future versions. So the URL will be up to date. So when Apple is releasing a new version, you can go there and you can see what is new. Resource Explorer. So I like to finish my slide at the last moment. I'm updating them correctly and everything. What I didn't expect is last week, with a September update of Intune, the name will change. So it was called Resource Explorer. It's now called Device Inventory. So I did my slide again. Was not that difficult. Device Inventory, I will show you a demo after. It's a new way of doing inventory to be sure we have all the Apple properties, and we will have more after. Recovery lock management. This is something that is highly required by a financial entity, for example. It's a way to block the recovery partition with a code or an action. So this is coming in Q4. It will come in 2 parts, one with the action, and 1 month after, it will be there for having the code, and same as Labs. You have a code in the UI or the 5-vote key you can give to the user. This is coming at the end of the year. I think it's November and December, because it's 2 parts. Managed attestation with Acme. So we have started to push Acme certificate to all BYOD devices. So every time you enroll a Mac with BYOD, you will have Acme certificate. The introduction of Acme certificate has been difficult with all update of macOS, so we're starting to go slowly on it, but it's coming. Just-in-time compliance remediation. Simplify setup. Yeah, very good session from Joel yesterday, who explained why it's not really simple. Platform SSO during setup assistant. It's our top 1 request day after WWDC. I have customer in this room who call me right after and say, oh, this is the functionality we want. Yes, it was the most anticipated, the most wanted thing. It's coming. We are working on it. We have, and when I say we, I also can say myself, work on all the beta to test, working closely with Apple on this. You will see it coming in Intune and Trinity. So it's really a collaboration between the 3 teams together. It's working. We are progressing. It will be there. Just-in-time compliance remediation. Today, if your device is not compliant, you will know it by opening the company portal and see why the device is not compliant. It's not a perfect experience for a user who, well, company portal is here for purchasing application, downloading, installing application, but don't think about compliance. Now, you will have all the information in the main Office software. So opening Teams, opening Outlook, you will know that, you are not compliant because you are not up to date. You are not compliant because you disable SIP or any compliance. And it's really important that for a functionality that is coming later, that is custom compliance, because it will be also working with it. DDM application on macOS. So DDM application is a new way of pushing application. Is a really powerful way. It will come first on iOS. It will come on macOS. It will come on visionOS. It is an important thing. Restore on Defender. This is something that has been asked for a long time. We worked a lot with the Defender team. They say, yeah, it's coming this year. We have it at Microsoft. We are running it. We are living with it. It's great. It will work. So compliance with Defender will be there before the end of the year. Custom application, custom app detection. So it's probably one of the last missing part of our application story. Today, we are detecting an application when it's installed. So when there is an app file in the application folder, we all know that is not enough. When you are pushing something, sometimes it's just a file. It's just a configuration. So you will be able to choose how you detect that your application is installed or not. This is custom app detection. ABM get token. So this is something that will be done in the infrastructure level. You will see nothing. This is the way to be sure that an Apple account, an Apple ID linked to your domain is connecting only on the MDM that is managing your device that are linked to it. So this is this link between ABM and Intune where there will be communication. And I learned yesterday that GWT is pronouncing JOT. So a change of JOT token. Thank you for the learning. It's something I learned yesterday. I had an 11 point. This is my personal goal. There is still one place where we are writing macOS with a capital M. We should not. It's lowercase macOS, so we'll need to fix Explorer. And because I will show you a live demo of it, you know it will be fixed later. Quick slide. This is not macOS related. This is related to mobile. So zero-day device inventory, DDM, IBM get token. This is the same point that we discussed before. Just the support of Apple TV and Vision Pro is coming in Q1 in Intune. If you have a project for Apple TV or Vision Pro, we are doing a private preview now. If you have something interesting, come to me. We can have your tenant flighted and you can give feedback. It's really important for these two products because the goal is to reach the same level of everything we can do. But like always, it's based on priority. Do we need to have all the configuration first? Do we need to have secure catalog? Do we need to have application? Do we need to return to service? All of this is based on the feedback we are receiving for our customers. So if you have a project, come to me. And return to service is something that is really important. You saw yesterday how it's working with Vision Pro, so it's something that is coming first for iOS and probably to Vision OS after. MDM migration, again, you already saw a presentation of it, so I will go fast on that one. When I ask the people who is responsible of this, say, yeah, macOS migration is just work. It's almost just work. There has been think on it, so it's really important to understand when you migrate from one MDM to another, if there is an agent, if there is an application, if there is something to install application, you need to think to remove it. It's important. There is a synchronization process, so the synchronization between ABM and Intune need to happen for the migration to start. By default, is 8 hours. You can have a script that you can run, so it's a graph API, so you can send it. You cannot go under 15 minutes. 15 minutes is fixed settings. You can schedule it, so up to do. If you think 8 hours is not enough, there is a feedback at the end of this presentation. Don't hesitate to share the feedback. It's always great. You need to have a wait config activated. It's working way better during the migration process. Test fault, 5 volt, you need to have a rotation of your key. Really important to be sure it's there. Test, test, test. Just don't check the box and go forward. I have few customers who, after testing, they already decided this is how they will migrate from one MDM to Intune, and doing this with macOS 26. It's working, it just needs to be tested, and it needs a little bit of communication with the user so they know what's happening. I will show you a video of how you migrate. So how you migrate from Intune to Intune. But this is just one example there. Everything is starting in ABM, where you select your new MDM, you assign your device, you put a deadline. If you don't see the deadline, that means the device is not running macOS 26, or it didn't report yet on macOS 26. And you need to wait for the synchronization. As soon as the synchronization is starting on the device, you will have a pop-up. It will open the settings, and you will go there. It's really look like the enrollment. You need to sign. The authentication will be done. It's the classical modern authentication from Entra ID. All the settings are supported, MFA, Passkey, just a password that I did for the demo because it was easier. Await config is triggering. You can see the message is clear. Your enrollment in a different device management service. This is why you need to communicate to your user because many users don't know what it is. The profile will be pushed. You can see the Wi-Fi is switching. So I was connected, I'm not connected. It will come back. Environment complete. That's done. I'm on the new MDM. It's finished. Nothing else, nothing more. Easy like that. Application will be preserved and be sure you are testing and keeping your configuration. So, same. We have people who was thinking it was good to have something called Resource Explorer in the device and something called Explorer in Copilot Explorer. So I had this full slide to explain why Resource Explorer is not Explorer. It's obsolete. People say it's better to call it Device Inventory. So Device Inventory and Explorer are two different things. One is grabbing all the MDM property, it's loading there, so you can go to your device and see all of the property of your device. We will add more functionality here. It's really interesting, and I will do a live demo right after. But the goal of device inventory is also to be used when you have an Intune Suite license. You can do multiple device query. That means you can run a query on all your devices, more or less, that are present on Intune. Explorer is a different thing. It's based on Copilot for Intune. Copilot for Intune is based on Security Copilot. There is question that you can type. They are predefined for now. It will change. It's the beginning of a journey. And we are looking for feedback. But for both of these things, I will do live demo of it. This is much better. Let's see. So I love a new way of changing the presentation mode in up. Okay, I didn't expect to choose tick. Okay. No. Yes, your entire screen. Let's go. Okay. So I don't see what I'm typing, but at least you see it. I will do it like that. Okay, so this is the Intune console. And so let's go on the beginning. Let's go to device. This is maybe why I don't do live demos. Let's go to device. Let's go to Explorer. Let's connect the Wi-Fi to my phone. But I cannot do because I don't have a mouse. To 5G, that would be great. Did you notice we have a new logo? It's cool, huh? I have stickers for people who want. Okay, Device inventory. Thank you. So you have in device inventory all the properties that Apple is bringing. So it's 76 by memory. You can, for example, see that you have an admin, what is the name of the admin, Bluetooth, OS version, battery, all of the settings of your single device. This is available for everyone, and this is based on the normal Intune thing, the normal Intune license. But you can also go to device query, and when you go to device query, you will be able to type a QQL request. So here I say, give me all my Macs, the one who have Microsoft Teams installed. The version is 10.2, and put the column device name, OS version, user, and last check-in. You run it, running query, and you have a result. This result can be exported, and based on this result, you can do what you want as an exported version. Of course, you need to write QQL query. If you don't know how to write QQL query, you can ask Copilot. Copilot will know how to write it. Ask what you want, he will do it for you. And we have Explorer. So, did it load? Ooh, it's loading, but you don't see it. So doing the mirroring in my VM is not helping also. I have no clue what you are seeing now. Yes, thank you. This is the Bing image. So I have a script that updates it every day, so it's quite cool. Okay, let's do the video. So if you go to this Explorer part, you have configured query, so you can type what you want. Here I'm looking for the devices that are not compliant. So all the devices that are not compliant in my environment. It will bring me the device. Here you will be able to add filters. So we are speaking of macOS, so we want macOS. And here, that's all my devices, all my Mac who are not compliant. Let's search for a date. I learned when I recorded that video that it's really important to put the start date and the end date. So beginning of a year, boom. But I don't have a proper result because I need to put an end date. Let's go back. And this is all the devices that are not compliant. OK, it's good. It looks like QQL. But there is one extra feature. You can take all these devices, and you can put them on an existing group in your tenant, or you can create a new group and automatically populate it. When you have a group in Entra ID, this is one of the power of Intune to be linked with Entra ID, you can target and use that group to doing something. Policy, application deployment, anything you want. This is the big advantage of Explorer. If you go to Explorer, I would have called it Finder, but OK. If you go to Explorer, you will see on the top right there is a feedback. It looks like a really common feedback entry, but is really, really looked by the people behind this to know how it evolves. This is the version 1 of Explorer. It has been released in August, so 1 month ago. And so last week, they already had functionality on it. Last year, I was on stage here, and we did a Q&A, and they asked me, what do you think? And I said, this year, this will be the year that everybody will know about AI. And now, my parents know about AI. My mother is using Apple Intelligence to remove people from photos, and my father is correcting his text just to be able to send it. Now, this year will be the year where AI must be used in enterprise. This is the year where you will have interest on AI. There will be a conference later this week about AI, and I'm really believing we need to look about AI and start using it in the enterprise. Explorer is behind Copilot for Intune. Copilot for Intune is behind Copilot for security. So you need to have a discussion to be sure it's activated, to be able to use it, and know how to, where to use it and how to pay for it and everything. But it's a really, really powerful tool that will help a lot in the future. OK, this is the overview. This is what is new. This is what we have. Let's go a little bit deeper on Intune and what we did this year and what is important. I will not go to everything. The biggest thing we released and spend a lot of time on it, it's labs. So there is multiple ways of seeing labs. There is a way to have a manage Apple admin account created. For people who are managing Windows, we need an admin on the device. OK, maybe. What is really important for me is to be able to have directly out from the box a standard account. You want a standard account. You want to have been named as it should be. So taking the value from Enter ID, we added few value there. You can see the on-premise SAM account name. So if you still have a SIP address and an email who are not matching and everything, this is the value you want. If you want to create an admin that is not called admin, but called admin of and using the username to your variable, you can play with it. There is a lot of options. You can hide your admin account. This is important, so the user will only see his account is a standard account. And this is really important. Just by curiosity in this room, who have users who are admin in the Mac? Wow, that's the biggest majority. You will know that some security folks probably will make it change. This is really the direction now. And there is great tools like Privilege that can help the user to be switched for a period of time, and it's a way better usage and way more secure. One extremely important information there. When I was testing this before it was released, I was also doing platform SSO during Setup Assistant. And there is a little bit an incompatibility, but nobody think about it. When the username is coming from here, is and same for the account type, standard versus admin. So both of these parameters are always overwritten by platform SSO. Platform SSO, it's always winning. So you need to know which one you want to win. And yesterday on the platform SSO session from Joel, he said, oh, there is these settings to say, I don't know what it exists to create the user based on platform SSO. These settings exist because of that. We reported that bug. So if you want this one to win, you should not create the user based on platform SSO. Because if it's not created based on platform SSO, it's created based on this. Really important to know which one is winning and how you choose what you want. So if you really want the on-premise SAM account name, for now, you need to use this and not creating the user with a platform SSO. OK. It's good to have a local admin on the device, but it's good to know the password of this local admin because it can be used for multiple things. It's stored in the same way we are storing the 5-0 key. We will store also the recovery partition password there later this year. There is airbag, so you can define who have the right to see the key, the password. You can audit it, so you will know who has seen the password and what and how it's happened. For today, passwords are automatically rotated after 6 months. Before the end of the year, you will have also settings. So you will be able to say, OK, I want my password to rotate every X time. There is a script that exists if you want to rotate automatically also the value today for every 15 minutes, every X time. it's important that this is only working for the device that are going through the enrollment process, because this is when it's created. If you think it's important to have labs for devices that are already enrolled, there is a feedback form. It's something we are discussing, but today the only way to do it is using a script, nothing else. So you can use a script. Should we integrate it? Probably. There is also an incompatibility. I have been told it's an issue, but it's also by design. It's difficult to know. But if you decide to put a password edge on your password policy, and this is applied to your local admin, the user will be asked to change the password when you're using the local admin. Well, the user or the security people who are the technician who will intervene on the device anyway. So better to not use this if you are planning to use the admin password for doing something. Again, sometimes you just want an admin because it's mandatory to have an admin account. DDM, I spoke a lot about DDM. This slide is really important to say there is two parameters that are mandatory, the target time and the OS, so what you want and when you want it. This is the minimum settings, but there is way more settings. There is new settings on all new version of macOS. What is really, really important, not cross-version parameter use. Don't try to push settings from Tao to Sequoia or Sequoia to Sonoma. It's blocking the DDM, so it's really important to have a dedicated profile for this. Or you don't want to bother, and you can use the new functionality to say, I just want my device up to date at that date. And what it will use directly the Apple website to say, oh, this is the last version has been released at that date, so we will let this number of days to update. This functionality has also been requested during events like that, a lot, people posting on feedback, and this is what we did it. Really important to maintain your device up to date. This is the way of doing it on macOS. I'm not coming back on this, it's the progression on DDM. But what is important is now we also have a new macOS software update report. So you can go to a specific device and say, oh, why this device is not up to date? What is the version that exists? What is the expiration date? When the device needs to be up to date? And what's happened when DDM has been pushed? And what is the reaction? So, the device don't have enough space. It don't have enough battery. This is why it's not up to date. And you will be able to follow it like that. Changing the topic. Now we're speaking about check-in. So checking is something that is extremely, extremely important in all platforms, more or less we are doing in Intune. And we are checking for everything. We are checking for the full Intune. And this is important to say this because there is different type of checking based on what we want. We have the fast checking, the checking that are important to be for a single device. You enroll, you need to send a wipe, you need to send a command. You are targeting it from the company portal to have a specific checking. You are clicking on the sync button. This is one type. There is everything that is scheduled based on events, something that is recurrent. And we have settings when you want to do something. So an action. And this is what we call the fast lane. This is the thing that needs to be fast because you are doing it now and you want it to have it now. So today, if we look globally on Intune, this is how our check-in are working. This is the proportion on change base. This is the schedule one. The newly enrolled device, user logon, it's part of a global check-in, but it's not there for Apple devices. When we sync and when somebody using an API to doing something. This is a global view of a full Intune today, of 1 million of devices we have. And everything is, of course, monitored. And this is the important thing. So you have what is targeted by the admin. So when you apply something, when we are targeting the change to the device, we say we want this to be changed. Something changed on the Entra group, and because the policy are linked to Entra, this is what is reflecting on the device after. And also when an application gets updated on a store, oh, there is a new version of this application on App Store, and we are pushing the new version using the VPP. It's also something that needs to be targeted to the device. 3 and 4 are something that we don't think about it because it's automatic. It's something that's just happening. And when you want to optimize the process, this is what you need to have a look. The majority are based also on the agent and how it's done. We have a dedicated team who is doing capacity management. They are working on the size of a data center, using the bug management, looking how it's represented. The grow, because more you grow, more you need resource, more you need to have something happening, and it's really important to be sure it's still working. Everything we are developing something new. Oh, there is a new feature. Systematically is going to this and say, okay, what is the impact on the check-in of this new feature that we are releasing? Is there an impact or not? Limit, quota, everything is balanced. It's analyzed, and I can tell you there is a full team who is doing this to be sure it's working correctly, to be sure your tenant is where it should be and on the load that it should be. And there is a monitoring, of course, 24/7. Okay, so explaining all of this, a year ago, we can see that 65% of MDM checking there was useless. They didn't need any remediation. There was just checking plan. And 40% was notification that also don't need anything. It's a lot. So the team spent a lot of time this year for optimizing this. They say 25 to 35 reduction of what is not necessary. 4-time improvisation on delivering the speed. Every check-in, so when you change something, and this is the most important, you change something, you want it on the device. 97% of them are succeed during the first checking. And you remember the fast lane? It's going right now. The goal is to be sure your device is compliant, it's fast. We're balancing the speed and the efficiency. This is also the most important thing. And we want the notification who need to have an action to be done after, doing first, because this is the most important. This is what we call the fast lane. If you want to monitor on a Mac, you have this very good line of text of command that you can run, and you can see on your log that it's happening, and so MDM starting, MDM finishing. I don't know if somebody are using VirtualBody. This is, for me, the best free management tool that you can use, and I encourage all my customers to test, and this is really fast to test. Usually, you can enroll really fast BYOD devices. As Joel said, unfortunately, you cannot do ADE anymore with VMs, but okay, at least I remember my password. It's baby steps. Okay, first. Yes, this is fast. Okay. So let's go back. I want to be admin. For fun, we said ping. I want my settings there. So tick. Okay, 31 of October, still true, perfect. Let's start the monitoring, good. Let's go here, macOS, configuration, DDM, like that, Tao, edit the configuration. And we want it for the end of this week. So 10. Review, save, ding. OK. Oh, already had the check-in? That's probably a way too fast. But let's check anyway. No, OK. The good thing is I know I can blame the network. So this is the start, this is the end. As I said before, there is a 15-minute moment where nothing is happening. But, oh, OK, it's done. I don't have to search an excuse for myself because it worked. Yes, it's done. I succeed my demo, so great. Maybe I can also, no, that's OK. Let's go back to PowerPoint. If we have time at the end, we can do more. So this is Intune. This is what we have in Intune, and checking the time, I need to speed up. Passkey. Passkey today is the most secure, most convenient way of signing on a device, is the most secure. The goal for us on Passkey is to be removing the password and forget your password. All the users don't have password. This is something we are using in Microsoft. Passkey, passwordless, multi-factor, phishing resistant. All the three together. There is two ways of having Passkey. You have a Passkey that you have on your device. My Passkey is on my iPhone. It's inside Authenticator, and it's only there. There is Passkey that are sync. So you have a Passkey, and you can have it on iCloud, and you can have it on multiple devices. I have been asked to say that today, on the 1st of October 2025, we are only supporting this one. Understand what you want. And wait for Ignite. Passkey is general availability for more than a year now. You can go wherever, you just have your phone with you, you have your credential. It's bound to the secure enclave, it's bound to the device, and it's attached to Entra ID directly. It's working on all iPhones that are running iOS 17, Android 14. It is today, I insist on today, something that is on mobile. To configure Passkey, it's extremely simple. If you know where it is, you go to Entra ID and you activate Passkey. And force attestation on force key restriction, restrict to specific key. And this is where you just check the box, and this is the new thing. You click on Authenticator, and it will automatically add you two IDs. One is for iOS, one is for Android. And after, your user can go and register your Passkey. And I will show you how just after. So you say, OK, so I have a user. He don't have a password. He just have a Passkey. How is enrolling his Mac? How does the process start? Everything is starting with a tap process, so it's a temporary code. So today, you request to an admin a tap code. You have your tap code, and you will use it after to put it on your iPhone and register and create your Passkey at that moment. Let's check a video instead of speaking about it. So add work code, sign in. Here, you put your email. Next, you put in this tap password that you received, sign in, checking, automatically creating the Passkey. It's bound to your identity, so you need to have a Face ID activated. Continue. That's it. You have a Passkey. It's an extremely simple way of having your authentication done on a mobile device. After, you go to conditional access. Everything is linked together. So you go to conditional access, and you say, I want require authentication. That is a strength. So I want the user to use Passkey to register. Simple as that. When you have the Passkey, you have Intune, you need platform SSO. I will speed up a little bit. We already say there is no good method. There is password that is good. Secure enclave is more secure. Functionality versus security. It's a choice to have, your discussion to have, depending on your enterprise, your business, and what your security wants. All are okay. What is more important for me is there is multiple functionality that are only, so this is not a full list. It's only some topics. But based on the version of macOS, you are supporting some parameter. Really important, 5-volt in Entra ID validation. So if a user changes password, the Mac is off, you can now say, go to internet, I didn't type a wrong password, it's my new password. So you'll go to Entra ID, you will check, you will activate it. Non-platform SSO account, this is important. We create an admin account on the device with labs. You don't want this account to have platform SSO. You need to exclude it from the platform SSO configuration. This is a Sequoia settings. Running during during setup assistant, we spoke a lot yesterday. We will speak it again today. So this is something that is coming with Tau. Synchronizing the Entra photo with Entra ID. Yes, it will also come with Entra ID. I already had the commitment that we will support it. Not the number one thing to do, but we will have a photo supported. There is a link here, aka.ms, macOS PSSO. This is the full documentation. It's documentation that you need to read when you implement platform SSO, because there is all the settings, the one who we think is mandatory, the one who are highly required. There is multiple way of setting password SSO, so it's not one way for everybody. It's a configuration to activate and do. These two keys, I'm trying to push to have them documented. They are not yet in the documentation. The 5-volt policy, attempt authentication. So it's documented on Apple website. It's not documented on Microsoft documentation yet. This is the way to check the password on 5-volt. Unlock policy, this is the same thing for the screensaver. You change your password on a mobile device. You come back to your Mac. Hello Touch ID or Watch to unlock, also a good one to use. OK, so I'm reaching the trinity. I have Intune, I have Passkey, and I have platform SSO. So what's happening when you put these three things together? For me, for somebody who has been raised in the ITs, I always think, oh, what's happened if I combining multiple things?
Send this guy back where he came from!
Everything is there together. So we have a great robot. No, we have a secure Mac. So now I'm over time. Can I have 5 more minutes? OK. So what I want to show you is not a live demo because I didn't bring my Mac Mini like come over. That is a great idea for next year. This is what will be a perfect enrollment with everything together. So you log. You put your email there. What will be asked is the authentication. And as I said, the good way is Passkey. The user don't know his password. You have a QR code. You scan the QR code. You validate that is you. Yes, me, ding, connecting. You are authenticated. You don't know your password. You are a user. The device gets connected. Await configuration, everything is coming. You can see that final configuration trigger, so all the things are going down. And remember, now we have laps behind. That means configuration. You can see that scripts are coming, so the background check, the wallpaper has been automatically updated. So things happening during this period. Here, you cannot modify the name. You put your password because I'm using secure enclave here. I will assume the panda look, okay? The account is created. Location, continue. Touch ID, next, welcome. Devices on roll, perfect. Here I'm using Octory, who is an open source tool. Somebody spoke about it yesterday also. It's monitoring all my applications that are installed, no matter the way. It's blocking the screen, so you cannot click finish until it's done. We just have to wait 20 minutes. Let's wait. Done. Yeah, speed up a little bit the video. And everything is there. You can see the doc has been reorganized. And if you go to the user part, you can see my user is a standard. There is no admin account, but there is an admin account. The user don't see it. It has been created. It's hidden from the system. And here, of course, platform SSO is not there. I will stop the video here because I have a little bit, few more slides to finish, and I want to share to you. Just after platform SSO, classical, still the QR code, and platform SSO is done, and you have SSO on your device, and all your applications that are using it will have SSO. Let's move. 2 more slides. Open source tools, there is a lot. This is not a full list also. This is the one that a lot of people and a lot of my customers are using, Monkey, Privilege, Santa, Octory, SwiftDialog, all of this is used. It's also important there is a new generation of tool, and what I love is there is Intune in the name. They are developed for Intune. There is a way to export and migrate all the data from Intune. There is a way to push application automatically. So all the public applications, there is 500 applications on this one. There is a console that is an alternate one to be able to do action. And somebody run a site that is Intune IRL, Intune in real life. And I think it's publishing way too much tools that I can test them. But there is one for the logs that is extremely cool. We have a guide. You will see this on the presentation. I promise I will share the slide. We have a community. I speak about it every year. Now we have more than 1,000 people that are there, and they are active, and all people from Microsoft are in this community. Please do it. Please do the feedback. It will stay open all the week. So when you have a slide, you will be able to do it. I will not close the feedback until it's done. And this is a free QR code. Thank you.